Okay guys, welcome back to another amazing video. If this is your first time on this particular channel, I'm Isaac, and if you are new, I'll recommend you subscribe if you are interested in learning about chickens and how to raise local chickens profitably. Okay, and then I also use the opportunity to salute the OGs of this particular channel. Now in this particular video, we are going to look into the performance of the incubator that I've made, how the hatching process went about, the number of chicks we've gotten from the eggs. That is what we'll be discussing in this particular video. Okay, so don't click off, just wait, see, and then know whether this incubator has done its job or we just waste our time. Okay, so without wasting any much of your time, let's check the performance. Guys, this is the incubator that I've made, and this is the incubator that we've used in the process of the hatching. Okay, and this incubator has this thermometer clock which I'm using to measure the temperature required in this particular box. The current temperature in this particular box is 37.1 degrees Celsius with 65% humidity. Okay, so if you want to use this approach, you really need a thermometer clock. Okay, this will help you to read the temperature, and this is just the setup. Okay, this is the setup that I'm using. Currently, I have some few eggs in the incubator. This eggs has been added after candling, so we have them in here, and then these ones, they are already developing. Okay, so this is just the setup. It's just simple. We have two bottles which contains water. We have the heat source where I'm using the lantern. In case of outage, I'm using it to supplement the heat required in the box. So this is just the simple setup. Okay, so now as you can see, the first eggs that we've put into this particular incubator has hatched. So we are going to check the number of chicks we've gotten from this particular incubator. This is just the first test of this incubator. Okay, so let's check the number of chicks we've gotten from this incubator. Guys, this is the brooder box that I've made for these particular chicks. It's just something simple. Okay, this is where I've been keeping them for almost 4 days now. Okay, so you can see this is inside, and then these are the chicks we've gotten from the process. Okay, these are the number of chicks we've gotten from the process. Currently they are about 19. There are 19 chicks inside here. So in the cost of the first test, we've gotten 19 chicks, and currently all of them are doing well. All of them are healthy. All of them are healthy. All of them are healthy. They are all doing great. Okay, all of them, they are all lively. And then I'm using the light. That is the light for helping in the process of heating up the brooder for these particular chicks. So these are the number of chicks we've gotten from the first test. Okay, so let's dive into the actual rate for the test. So guys, whenever it comes to the performance of the incubator, at the beginning I put 40 eggs into the incubator, and in the course of candling after day 7, I've seen that 12 of the eggs are not developing. Some of those eggs may not be fertile eggs, I know that, but at the back of my mind I knew that it is something that caused those 12 eggs to not develop. So if you have any fair knowledge about what may be the causing factor of those 12 eggs to not develop, you can leave it in the comment box below. It may help a lot of people. So 12 eggs were not developing. So after candling, I took them out and then I replaced them with the eggs that you've just seen. Now after day 14, I try to candle the eggs one more time. That is what I usually do. I candle the eggs twice during the process. So after day 14, I try to candle the remaining eggs, and I've seen that out of the 28 that we are left with, 4 of the eggs had stopped developing. So I took them out, I broke them, and I've seen that they've started developing well enough, but they've stopped along the way. So by the close of the day, that egg has spoiled. So leaving them in the incubator will not bring any change in the course of the result. So I took the 4 eggs out, remaining 24. So the 24 eggs actually developed well, but during the course of the hatching, only 19 were able to hatch successfully. So after checking, I could see that 5 of the eggs, even though the chicks developed, they died in the shell. So I don't actually know what caused the chicks to die in the shell. If you have any fair knowledge, you can leave it in the comment box below, because this is the first test. I'm also learning. Your comment may be helpful to somebody and will help the person not to repeat the mistake I've done, because I knew at the back of my mind that it may be as a result of the temperature fluctuation or as a result of something I've done. So if you have any fair knowledge about this, you can leave it in the comment box below. So out of the 24 eggs, we have 19 chicks, and 19 out of 24 is about 79% hatching rate. So it's something good. But conclusively, if I put 40 eggs into the incubator and then I had 19 chicks out of the 40, it's not something good, which I must be proud of because it's below the 50% mark. If we should have been above the 50% mark, then that may be something good. But currently, we are below the 50% mark. Out of the 40 eggs, I had 19 chicks. So you see, it's below the 50% mark. So that was the general performance of this particular incubator. So I'll try to have a second test of this same incubator and try to see whether the performance will improve, whether I'm doing something which is not good, how I'm opening the incubator, how I'm handling the eggs, or how I'm turning the eggs, I'm rotating the eggs is not the best way. I think it may be a causing factor. So guys, that was the result for our test. So far so good. We are out successfully, and then currently we have 19 chicks here. I hope you've enjoyed this time with me. Don't forget to hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe if you are new and interested in learning about raising local chickens as a business. Guys, this is the right channel for you. I'll catch you up in another one like this.